Hi Flosstube, my name is Jennifer, the Calculated Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. Today is December the 6th, 2025, and I had these grand plans that I was going to do Vlogmas, and the first 4 days of December I didn't get home until after 9, so every day. And our lighting is horrible anyway, but I knew at night it would not have been good. And what could I have shown you? So anyway, doesn't matter, because like when I'm at school, I can't video at school and show you because it's a law. So anyway, I have a lot of haul, and not all of it is cross stitch, but I thought it would be something to show you. And I have whips, most of which I cannot show you because they are Christmas presents. So I'm really bad about not videoing or taking a picture at least of things like that I can't show you when I'm working on them before I gift them. I just gift them and then I forget to ever show them. So anyway, it's all good. So my birthday was 3 days ago. It was wonderful. It was just fabulous. One of my presents I can't show because it's outside and the puppies are out there and I don't want to go disturb them right now. So it was from my husband, but I'll tell you about it. What else do I have to say? I think that's about it. Basketball has started. So I've been traveling with my husband to keep the books for most games. And that's why I've been out so late. In fact, I have to go again tonight to a tournament in Uvalde. There's a junior college there, and it's always the kids love that tournament. And the boys that my husband coach are in the finals. So it's the final game, and I'm going to go keep his books. So I've been working a lot on cleaning and organizing. I know I say that all the time, but I love the organization. And so I'm always deciding, ooh, I think this would be better for me. And so I'll start organizing it a different way. So that cuts in on my crafting time, but I do really enjoy it. I've been working on paper crafting as well. I have a list of ideas of things that I want to video and to just to show you like what I'm working on, or maybe inspire you to do something. I don't know how inspirational I am, but and then I have some tutorials as well. But Christmas gifts, I don't know about you, but so I have these ideas, already for like next Christmas, what I'm going to get my family, things I want to make. And but the problem is that as soon as Christmas is over, I think, oh, I have a whole year. And so then it'll be like January. And I'm like, oh, I still have 11 months. February, oh, I still have 10 months. And I can do that to myself until it's Thanksgiving. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no. So some of the things that I'm working on may not be ready for Christmas and maybe will be next year's Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just rattling. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just kind of threw everything in here. My husband has been out late with basketball, traveling and everything, and hunting. It's hunting season here in Texas. I'll put some pictures of some bucks that we've had. They're not very good because I'm taking them from far away. So anyway, so he doesn't actually shoot. He used to shoot, and then we would donate the meat to charity. And but now he's like, it's like the older he gets, the more like soft-hearted he is, and he just doesn't want to kill anything. So, which is fine with me. I don't like it anyway, but two of my sons, they like to hunt. So just 1 second. Sorry, my husband, he was coming through. He needed to go to school. He wanted to look something up on the computer. He preaches on Sunday as well. And he just had some thought. He was supposed to be taking a nap, which is why I was speaking more quietly than I usually do. But apparently he got an idea, so he jumped out of bed and he's headed to school to use the computer. So, I mean, we have a computer here, but maybe he wants to print something out. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. I was saying, I think I've been piling this middle bedroom right here. I've just been, when I get something, I just throw it on top of the bed. I have a basket that I normally keep it in, but I've just been throwing it on top of the bed. So I just took it off the bed and I just have been throwing it in here on the table. So things may be out of order, which is fine. I don't have an itinerary. I don't have a plan. My whole life is planned at work. I don't want it planned for my crafting, even my videos. So I may go in and out of order, and that's fine. I do want to show you a finish. Oh, I was going to throw this in here real fast. So I received my 2 quilts back. I don't know if I showed them, but I wanted to tell you. And from Carol, Softbox Stitcher, she does an amazing job quilting. And my plan was to get them squared up and then get the binding put on. I machine sew it the first, like to attach it to the quilt, and then I fold it over and I hand stitch it. Well, I already have 2 others that she quilted for me that I do have the binding sewn on with the machine, but now I need to do all the hand stitching, which is like my favorite part. But if I have a choice between cross stitching and stitching binding on, I'm gonna choose cross stitching, and I have so many things that need to get finished. So anyway, I think I showed them in the last video. I'm not sure, but I know I showed them the tops when I sent them off to her. So anyway, I was just digressing. I just didn't want to forget to tell you that. So if you need a quilt quilted, she is amazing. I don't know if she's accepting more clients. You'll just have to message her on Instagram, would be my guess. Okay, so I have a finish. Do I know where the finish? Oh, right here. So this, I'm looking for something white that I could put behind it. This is, well, this is as close as we're going to get, I guess. The philanthropic pumpkin. I don't think I brought, no, I didn't bring my bag in. I did press it somewhat. This is my philanthropic pumpkin by Hands On Design. And it was a collaboration with Lady Creates. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'll put it down here. But I actually finished it, and it's for the cutest little pumpkin. And of course, it came with like the finishing kit. And I'm going to send it all to Jan after Christmas. I already sent her a bunch of stuff. I'm sure she doesn't want any more of my stuff. But so I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. So there are some mistakes, and I did not, I channeled my inner Jean Lee, and I did not unstitch any of it. I just made it work. I made the spacing work. So, and most people will not be able to see it. So, but if you do see something that I missed, if you'll let me know. So, but if there's a mistake, just know that I know. I just made it work. So I have a finish. That's very exciting. I also have a crochet finish, and this is the blanket for my granddaughter. So I'm hoping they're not watching this. Although my granddaughter is, 3.5 months. So I don't think she's gonna, do you see I have my Dr. Pepper sweatshirt on? I don't think she will care. It's 75 degrees outside, but I'm pretending like it's winter here. We're just hitting fall. So this is not a pattern. It's just something that oh, my husband did not shut the door well enough. Hold on. I just made up like the pattern, but now the actual, it's like, they're like little shells. I actually watched a YouTube video, and hold on one second. I've got to go shut the front door. Okay. Sorry about that. So I'm going to link the video of that I watched to make this. Now, I thought about putting a scalloped border around the edge, and I found some YouTube videos. I can't read a pattern, and Wendy keeps telling me that it's not difficult. You can do this. So she's going to help me with reading a knitting pattern, but that's going to be after the first of the year. Anyway, so I will link the video. I decided not to do the scallop border I don't know, I just kind of like it with a clean edge like that. So if I can find the video, I will link it below. Okay, I think those are my only two finishes. So let's talk about some whips, the ones I can show you. One of them is my Sarah Marple. I did work on this. Not a lot, but I did work on it a little. I don't even know if you'll be able to tell. This, I keep saying people will be so thrilled when I get finished with this. So this is what it, how big it will be. And I just worked a little bit on this area right here. This part right here I worked on. And I think I had already finished the house last time. I'm not sure. But that's it. So I worked on this one day. I've reorganized my stitching area now so that I have an empty box. And I've moved all of my charts to shelving in my sewing room. And so when I work on it now, instead of me trying to remember or having to go back and look at my book, anytime I work on something between videos, I'm going to put it in that box. It's right next to my chair. And then I'll know that I need to show that in the video. Another thing I did do was I have been adding these to all of my, I've shown these before. I've been creating these for the bags because I had more bags without them than with them. And I really want one for each of my projects because when these are on the shelf, I don't have a vinyl front here, so I need to know what project's inside of it without having to unzip, zip. And I have so many whips that I don't have them memorized which bag is which. So I just made a bunch of these and I have another stack to make, so I'm going to work on that. My plan is to video just showing you how I do it, but and then this is the back. These are just coffee stained papers. I can show y'all how to do that if you're interested. And then I'll write all the information. So for example, this is another one I have to show you. Oh, I didn't show you. Hold on. Some of the people I watch show their project bags, so I guess I can show if you are interested. These are Sheri, so sweet. She's my favorite bag maker. It's, hold on. SHERISEW, sweet. I will link her as well in the description box below. She has an Etsy shop and she has a separate online shop. If there is a choice, I would rather go to her independent shop because then she doesn't have all the fees and everything. So, and it's just with Lori Holt fabric. So I order from her a lot. So this one is one that my friend Kippy made me. And this one, I'm pretty sure this is one that Kippy made me. She makes them really big and I love it. So in this one, very apropos, it is the Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. And this is what is normally on the back. But like I said, I am just getting these made, so I have to add all the information. I put the title, the designer, when I started, if I ever finish it, any floss conversions that I did, which right here, if you're interested, here are the floss conversions. You can take a screenshot of that, or if you are interested in them, you can email me. I will tell you that I have been finding emails, Flosstube emails in my spam folder. So I do try to check that every so often. Then here is the linen. I'm stitching it 1/1 on 28 count marbled bunny. It is a Sal with Kippy, and the hashtag I used was Kippy Caused It. Now Kippy has already finished hers. So of course, she always finishes. This is the book from which it comes, Home for the Holidays. I have one stocking stitched in this. I hate the linen that I used, but it was when I first began. And I plan on stitching the other ones at some point. This is Christmas Garden. Mine is much smaller because they stitched theirs on 30 count sheep straw by R&R. Hold on one second. I'm doing mine, they did theirs over 2 linen threads. I'm doing mine 1/1. So mine will be about 1/4 of the size. People always think it's a half because you're doing 1/1 instead of 2/2. But technically it's 1 thread shorter this way and 1 thread shorter this way. So then it's only 1/4 of the size of this one. So, and I am not stitching this because I plan on keeping mine out all year long. And, even though I know it, but these could just be stags. It's not like it has to be Christmas. I guess this is kind of Christmassy, but other than that, I don't know. I'm just going to keep mine out because it takes a long time to do this and I want them to be out. It's getting hot. I want them to be out to look at all year long. Okay, so how about we just show the stitching, shall we? Oh, I'll go through this as well if you want to see. You can tell I took my scissors with me so I worked on this in the bus going to one of the games. So, the lighter yellow color, I changed all of them. All of mine are Cottage Garden threads, and I use the lighter yellow I'm using is Marigold. The gold color, I'm using Dandelion. The red, I'm using Hugs and Kisses. And then the green, I'm using Ivy. And they're very variegated, and I'm loving the way it looks on here. I can show you also, I keep this. I make one of these. It goes in my bag as well. And on the back, if it's a lot of threads, I will copy the thread legend and glue it on here, but this one didn't have. So if you want to screenshot that, you can as well. So then I don't have to flip back and forth in the pattern if it's not on that page. This is I'm just going to show you, this is the stocking. Oh, this is the stiffest. It's like ick. But I started it on this, so I'm going to finish it on this. This is the first stocking that I did. And I'm pretty sure I converted some of the colors. And then this is where I've started a second one. I haven't worked on it in a while, but ew, I don't even like touching that. Okay, how about I show you the stitch that it's 18 minutes in. I thought, wow, this one's going to be fast. So Marbled Bunny is one of my favorites. I just love it so much. It's a beaut, and it's soft, but it's modeled so beautifully. So this is my Christmas garden. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know what to do about that. I need to video in my sewing room. There's a lot of I had to think about it. South facing windows, and the light in there is wonderful. But my husband, it's connected right to our bedroom, and my husband was taking a nap, so I put it all in here. Oh, and you'll notice I still have my Thanksgiving stuff up. I was going to change that today, and then my husband said, oh, I really need you to keep my book, so I'm going with him. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that variegation. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And yes, I know. Look, I ran out. I tried so hard to get the last of those stitches in, but I did not. It's so pretty. I may take this with me tonight. Coaches always want to get to games like 2 hours early, so I'll sit in the stands and I can stitch while we're waiting. So that's another whip. I think that's the only other cross-stitch whip I have. Oops, I almost didn't put the chart back in. Oh, and that philanthropic, oh well, I'll talk about that later. It's fine, it's fine. So I think that's all the cross-stitch whips that I can show. Well, that I could remember that I had worked on. I also have an almost finish. This is in my Mabel bag. And this is the sweater that I am stitching for my granddaughter. All I have left, which she turned out to be so big, I don't know if she can even wear this. It may have to be for my daughter's daughter. My daughter Kelsey is having a little girl. It may fit her. But I just need to do a single crochet. I've got thread just coming out from everywhere, don't I? Crazy. Hold on. What's going on here? Oh, those are tails that need to be, okay. So it's really cute. So I crocheted this, and it's a video, and I will link the video below. And all I have left now is a single crochet. I think you do it all the way around and all the way down, I think. So that's all I have left on that one. So I'm very excited. That one is almost finished. And then another whip I have. I'm looking for the paper that... One second. I know I have it somewhere because... Oh, hold on. I'm going to pause you for a second. Okay, I have my phone propped on top of a Amazon box, my fancy filming station, and it was behind the box, so I found it. But I actually do have another cross stitch that I can show you, because the person that I'm sending this to, they don't even know I make a channel. I'm pretty sure I make videos. So I am making this for someone, and I've changed the colors, and you'll remember that I started this a long time ago, probably when it first came out, which, no idea, I don't think it says on here. And this is from Misty Purcell at Luminous Fiber Arts, and it's called Cardinal Noel. And I was trying to stitch on Ada, and of course I have my thread here, but so, and I was frustrated with the white. In person, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, but it's still ghosty. And so I don't mind it with the candy canes. I outlined these with just a back stitch, and then these are just going to have to stay ghosty. Well, so then I changed this because Noel was white with red inside. Mine's just going to be the N, the E, and the L will be in red, and then white will be inside. So, and like I said, this is on Ada. I'm guessing it's probably 18 or 20 count because the stitches are small. So, I'm only using one strand, and I do not mind stitching on this then. I think it's my two... I don't think I always thought it was the Ada that I was having trouble with which I was having trouble, but I think it's more the 2 strands of floss. And so when I have to stitch 2, for example, on this, look how loose this weave is. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's very, very loose. And of course it came as a kit, and so I wanted to stitch on it, and you needed to have 2 strands. So I stitched with 1 strand, but I stitched every stitch twice. That was the only way I could get my stitches to lay the way that made me happy. So anyway, so I'm just saying, so I'm stitching this with just 1. And so the coverage, you can still kind of see through it, but I don't think they're going to care. And so I'm trying to get this finished to mail off to someone. So, okay, I had that one. I forgot about it. So now I am stitching or making this stocking. I've made stockings for all of my children. I make them for their spouses, grandchildren, except Kelsey, because Kelsey wants to needlepoint stockings for her children, which is fine. My grandmother made all of us felt stockings, and So it's like a tradition kind of thing. It's not like, ooh, I love these the best. If I had been cross-stitching, I might have even started cross-stitching. But anyway, well, my dog got a hold of my daughter-in-law's stocking last year. So I'm having to, I think I've shown this, but I was just going to show you. So I need to get this finished. I'm pretty sure I showed this in my last video. But what I decided to do was do a giveaway. And if you're interested, oh, that reminds me. I do have winners from my last 2 giveaways that have not claimed their prize. So if you're wondering if you won, go back and watch my video and then email me if you win. So I bought another kit and I got it on clearance. Must have been at Hobby Lobby. But I thought this one, it's so cute. And my daughter-in-law loves to bake. So I thought this one would be perfect for her. And my son likes to cook too, so they're in the kitchen a lot together. I think that's sweet. Anyway, if you're interested in winning this, just use the word stocking, and I will pull a winner. I planned a video every weekend, but every time I say things out loud, they never come to fruition. But we'll say in 2 weeks, that video. So I'll draw... Hold on, I can do the math. So my son's birthday, the 3rd, the 10th, yeah, 17, 18, 19th. So I will draw that, we'll say it's closed on the 19th, and I will announce the winner then on my video on the 20th. So make sure you use the word stocking if you're interested in winning, and it has all the stuff that you need. So I was going to do a short video on it if you're interested in doing them. I don't really follow the directions because they're numbered, and then in my head I just say, well, you know, logically, should I put the sequins on now? Should I put them on later? So it's more of a logic thing. Oh, I didn't put those back. These are the threads for the one that goes with Noel in the same bag. Hold on one second. Okay, it's very dry. I received a wait for it, a thank you card. Oh, hold on, my husband. Sorry about that. I received a beautiful thank you card from Lori, who won linen from my giveaway, which was so sweet. And Lori, I hope you're up and around and driving very soon, if not already. So thank you so much. I love to get cards. I have a journal in which I put them. I just love it. Then I received, hold on, I have my card here. This is my card from Carol when she sends her my quilts back. I mean, my mom sent quilts too. I mean, she does it to everybody. She always sends a sweet note, and she always comments how beautiful my quilting is, or my piecing. It's just so sweet. And then she sent me a recipe card as well, which I thought was great. Oh, I did bring this. I was going to show you. This is my setup for my stocking, and I don't know if you can really see it. So I have all my stuff within these 2 baskets, and then I keep my beads in these little things you get from Hobby Lobby. This has these big heart sequins. So anyway, I brought that. I didn't know if anybody would even be interested, but there it is. All right. I'll show you what I got at Hobby Lobby. So I watched Tim Holtz's video with the little Santa mugs. Oh my gosh, if you have not seen it, I will link it below. I love Tim Holtz stuff anyway. And they're these little Santa mugs, and he makes these snow globes out of them, and they are so cute. So I've already ordered from Simon Says Stamps, and I will link them below as well. And I ordered that and some other things. And so I can't wait to make these snow globes with the little base being the Santa mug. And so I was looking for little things at Hobby Lobby that might fit in to the top of the snow globe because it's little. It's little. And so he used trees, and I thought these looked very similar to the ones he used. And then he just cut off part of it so to make it so it will fit. So I thought those might fit. I do not know if the snowmen will fit or not. I'll have to wait and see. But I plan on videoing this when I make them so you can see them. But you really should watch his video because he's much better at it than I am. And then I got these cute little pine cones that look like they have snow or frost on them with the red berries. So I did purchase those to work on those snow globes. Then he has a new die cut out that's a snowflake. And it so happened when I ordered that if you ordered over $50 or something, then you got that die cut for free. And so I ordered it. And so, I mean, I already have paper, but I saw this at Hobby Lobby. And of course, it's 50% off. Look at these. I love anything that's kind of retro colored. And so I got these, and I think I'm going to make some ornaments. My grandson is going to be here this year. I don't know. He won't be here Christmas morning, but he will be here, he and my son, at some point. And so he and I are going to make ornaments. And so here's one of the things that we're going to do. Then I am a patron for Needle and Flax, and we got our patron boxes. Look how gorgeous these boxes are. Now, I know not everybody has received their box, so if you don't want to see what's in it, if you'll just kind of fast forward a few minutes, I won't spend much time on it. I just wanted to show the box because it is gorgeous and red, so you know I'm all over that. And then the inside looked like this. So look away now if you don't want to see, or fast forward actually. We got a card. One of I guess probably the favorite thing that Rachel does for me is the history. When she does the videos on history, it's just my favorite. And so we got a Dolly Madison card, and it has information on her in the back. I just love this. And so I want to make a history journal now. And then we got a sticker with her. Let me put this back in. I love this envelope too. They're a lot of fun to put in journals. We got a floss going with our theme here, I'm assuming. And it's in this cute little bag with a stamp on it. I thought that's cute. Oh, sorry. Dryer's finished. This really sweet Lori Holt charm. I love this. I can't wait now to use this. I've been waiting to show it because I've had it for about a week and a half. And then this is the linen we received. And of course, named Dolly Madison. And I got a 46 count. The color usually is better when I hold it back here. So I'm going to open it up so you can see it. So, and that's what it looks like. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Her modeling is just splendid. Okay. So that's what was inside the box. Loved all of it. I think she just knocked that out of the park. So, all right. That was my Patreon box. Then I ordered from Sheri So Sweet. She had a Tilda bag. I think I've ordered 2 of these now from her. But I love them. Hold on, dryer. I hope you can't hear that. I love this little Santa right here. And look at that deer. Oh, my husband's favorite thing to do is to look at deer. So, and then this is the back. So again, she still had these on her website as of yesterday when I checked. And they always come with, I think this is just ingenious. So it has the lobster claw and it has a little charm, but then it has this on it. So you can add whatever you want to here. If you want to do strips of fabric and do the little fluffy thing at the bottom, if you want to attach your floss to this, and then you can just put it inside. Whoops. Maybe if there we go. And you can keep it inside like this with the little charm hanging out. Oh, if you can pull the charm out, Jennifer. I zipped it up too far. You get the gist of it. Hold on, I zipped it in. Okay. Good help is so hard to find. Okay. So it can have the charm hanging out then, so it's still... But I just love these. And when I order from her, I also get the little bag, because a lot of times I like my floss to be contained somewhere, because if not, then it starts looking like this. You can tell this is one of my old ones. Look at that. So that's pretty bad. So I like to twist my floss up and put them inside these little bags if it comes with them. And they also come with, it's a different charm, Christmas themed, but they also come with this as well. So I just love that. And so this came with it. So I got that bag, and then I also bought this bag. Oh, and it's so cute. It's like a little gingerbread men house, gingerbread house, and little gingerbread men and ladies. It's so cute. Now, I don't like gingerbread, but I do think this is so sweet. So I received that, and I also ordered the little bag that goes with it. You can get it, just the big bag. You can get it with this, and then there's one other, I think this one's called the Notions pouch, and I think the other one is like a thread bed, I think. You can get like the bundle of the 3, but I don't ever do that. And look at the cute little charm. Oh. Well, let's see. Any cute? Oh, so sweet. Okay. So, oh, look at the inside. It's like little Christmas lights. Okay. So that was that. Then I received from Katie Strachan, and I will link her shop below as well, because I think she's wonderful. I was too late to get the bead kit, and I'm so sad. But she said, I think it's in here. I haven't checked. But like where I can order the beads, because I would like to have a bunch of them. But this is the Little Nick and Cookie Claus kit. And what it is, you still have to buy the charts, which I have. I bought them from Not Forgotten Farms. Not Forgotten Farm, just one farm, on Etsy. And I'll link them below as well. But it has her conversion and then like instructions. And this one has the fuzzy stuff for the Santa, I'm sure. The needle, it just has everything in it. And it's just so cute. I really wanted this bead kit, but I did not get it. That's okay. And then I'm very excited. I got one of the Crystal Dove kits. I've been waiting for about a year for this to be restocked. And so I'm very excited. Very excited. I mean, none of that will be worked on anytime soon, but I'm excited. At least I have it. I have like a whole Katie Strachan area in my sewing room now. So, okay. Now, I guess I'll look at Primitive Gatherings. So, Primitive Gatherings has their Christmas... I can't remember what it's called. Hold on. Primitive Christmas? Yes. Primitive Christmas. They have every year, and it's around the same time. They have an event called Primitive Christmas. Christmas. Primitive Christmas. See, if I knew how to edit, I could cut things like that out. Wouldn't that be nice? I really have to work at that. I think I've figured it out one time, and I don't remember what it was, and I should have written it down. Anyway, so they have a Primitive Christmas event, And if you spend $50 or more, you get all of these PDF charts free, like patterns for things. And I'll show you what they are. You have the option if you want to kit them, you can buy the kit as well. They always have a charity that if you spend $50 or more, then they donate $10. So $10 of what you're spending, $10 of your 50 is going to the charity, which I think is amazing. And I think it was the Honor Flight is what it was for. So I thought that was great. So I was going to show you what I received. Well, what I ordered and received. It's not like they just sent it to me. Okay. I wanted to make that clear. So I purchased the Vintage Christmas wool kit, and it's the small. They had like a small, medium, large. I'm pretty sure that most of this is probably still on their website. I will link theirs below as well. But aren't these wool colors just beautiful? I love the vintage. I think they had three. I think they had 3 colorways. One was like a blue, like so for like a wintry kind of thing. And then it had another Christmas colorway, but it was more like bright colors, I guess. So I got that. Then I got the thread kit for one of the wall hanging called Gathered Around, and I'll show you. But I ordered it, and if you ordered it, I think this was what, you got this little suitcase. Oh, no, that's not right. The suitcase already has them in there. So these are the Vintage Christmas. I remember now. See, I don't even know what I ordered. These are the colors that go with the Vintage Christmas wools. So, and they came in this cute little suitcase, which I thought was so cute. So those go together. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is for Gathered Around, which I'll show you in a second. So the next thing, I ordered 2 of these, and they're like Christmas trees. And if you go into the store during their Primitive Christmas, they have these make and take activities. Well, this year they offered the kits, like little kits of the make and take. And I think I don't know if you pay for it when you're there, probably for the supplies as well. But one of the things you can do is you get all of this right here, and then you just put it together, and it makes a Christmas tree. Now, I'm going to stain mine because I like dark wood. I don't really like light wood. But look, and it's using the Primitive Gatherings yardsticks. So I'm very excited about this. I got 2 of these, and I thought my grandson, since he's coming, he can make the other one, and we could do them together. So I ordered this, which had nothing to do with Primitive Christmas, but I did want this. This is by Teresa Kogut, and I just think it's lovely. It's called Hope for the World, and I love that it has Santa, and he's holding the nativity scene, because Christmas is about the birth of Christ. It's Christmas, Christmas. But you can still believe in Santa Claus, and believing in Santa Claus is like kindness and giving, and I just love the marrying of the two. Would you say that they are juxtaposed? I don't know if they're that opposite, so I'm not sure. Anyway, what did that have to do with anything? Just ignore me. Sometimes I think things and then they come out loud when they shouldn't have. Okay. So this is Little Poinsettia, and it's a wall hanging, and I got the kits. This was, I'm pretty sure, one of the free patterns you got when you ordered. I don't know if that's in there. I gotta look. This is the kit, and I just realized they didn't send me I paid for, because you could pay an extra $15 and they're supposed to print the patterns, but I don't have them. You get them all PDF, so I have them. It's not that big of a deal. But this is for a quilt, and I'll try to put a picture of the quilt here. If I can get it off the internet, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. We'll see. Anyway, it's such a cute, and it has that vintage feel again to it. So it's called Vintage Christmas, and here's the background. So I purchased that quilt kit. I'm glad I opened this up finally. And then this is the thread kit for gathering around, and I'll put a picture of it here since I thought the patterns were in there, but I guess they are not. And I also received this. It was like a gift if you spend a certain amount of money. And I already have some of these in my, it's red. So I have these in my craft room. So I'm going to try to remember. I wanted to take a little video and show y'all how I moved my bags, but if I don't have a chance, then I'll do it on another video. Plus, I have things moved out of the way because I've been organizing. Then I also ordered some binding needles because I couldn't find mine. And their binding needles, whoops, that's upside down. There we go. Their binding needles are my favorite. They are flexible, but they don't bend as much as other ones. I'm very rough on needles, and they are longer, and I find them easier to use. Although I usually like shorter needles, but for binding, I really like these. So I ordered another package. Then I belong to the Primitive Gathering wool box, which I will continue next year. I am going to cancel my cotton box. So this is in the wool box. There are 2 projects that are ongoing. One lasts for 2 years. One is just for 1 year. And so you get it every other month. It's not a monthly thing. It's every other month. And so for 6 months, you get the, everything to make this project. You don't know what it looks like. This is the 1 year project. I have made some of my flowers. Let me take them out. I don't know why I left it in here. Hold on. That is one of the things that I want to work on over Christmas break, is I want to catch up on this because I really, really like it. So this is the last installment, and so it's the finishing kit. So it has the stuff for this big block right here in the middle, which I think is so cute. She just put a video on. I don't know if I said this, but I'll link Primitive Gatherings website below as well. She just put up a video. Lisa Bonjean. God, I couldn't think of her name. It's bad. I just had a birthday. I'm 54 now, so my brain's not working, I guess. Okay, here we go. So she just put a video up showing I think this is called, is this a fly stitch, feather stitch? I don't remember. But when she does it, she makes it look so easy. And then colonial knots. So the finishing of all in between. And then this is the wool also. There's like little pennies in right there. So at the intersection. I love this. Absolutely love this. So then you also get a project that lasts 2 years. So it takes 12 of the months. So 6 1 year, 6 the other year. And it's called Serenity. This one started this year, so it will continue through next year. Now, if you decide to join the wool box now, which she said, I think there are a few openings, so if you're interested. I joined it because I wanted to learn wool applique. It is the best thing. If you want to learn wool applique, just join this, and you get projects every other month, and you can work on them, and you learn how to do them. It's been wonderful. I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. So Serenity, we are on, this is our box 6. It says block 5, but I think they switched one or something. I'm not sure. And you get everything to make this block. The background I have in my sewing room, but you get all the wool that goes on it. You have to buy the background. What was I going to say? I'm not sure. Anyway, so you get a block every month. And then at the end of next year, we'll have all the blocks made. And then you'll get the finishing kit in December. So I'm pretty sure it's the even months. No, that's not right. It's the odd months. Yes, because they haven't shipped the December box. So it's the odd months. So it'll start again in January. So first month, third month, that kind of thing. Then, in addition to that, you also get another project, at least one. And this is the project for this time. He is Hedge in Bloom. So he's like a hedgehog that's covered in flowers. Now, I don't like this background at all. That's not the one that I was sent. I actually like the one that I was sent. But I don't know if I'd put him on this. I don't even know if I'll do him, actually. But you get all, look at all this wool. Even if you didn't want the pattern, the wool is amazing. So you get caramels, which I do not like. But my children love them. The ladies at church love them. So I always take them and I give them away, and they love that. We got this sticker this time. Isn't it beautiful? We received 2 notebooks. So this one is lined, and this one is also lined. I didn't know if either one of them were dotted. They sell these on the website. They're her antique quilts. And so the pictures are. And you can order packs of these on her website. Oh, that's trash. We received this Valdani. And by the way, Valdani is going up in price. So they're $5.99 right now. They're going up to $6.99 starting January 1st. So if you want any Valdani, now is the time to get them from Primitive Gatherings. I think they said on their last video that they will not be taking orders. Their website will be closed down December 28th because they do inventory. So if you're interested in getting any Valdani, now's the time to do it before it goes up in price. And that's Valdani that's raised the price. So because they said a whole lot of things, because materials are more expensive. They, you know, to increase the pay for their workers. There's just a whole lot of things. Tariffs, I mean, just a lot of things, which makes sense. So, sorry. And then they sent a pack of embellishing needles, which I thought was so thoughtful, since we have now finished, theoretically, have finished this quilt, and there's a lot of embellishing to do on it. So, and her embellishing needles are wonderful because they're the same thickness from the eye all the way down. So, okay. And I think that's all from Primitive Gatherings, which I think that's plenty. I'm going to pause and move some of the stuff out, and then I'll keep going. Okay, so apparently 2 of my packages from Primitive Gatherings, not packages, 2 of my envelopes here slid down and were on the floor. So when I was moving stuff in, here are all of my kits. So now I can show you. So one of the perks of ordering also and spending that is that you get coupons, whichever way you say it, that you can use throughout the year. So I'm not going to show them to you. I'll just show you this, the Primitive Gatherings. And so there are, like, in January, you get 30% off one item. February, take 25% off wool yardage. And so there's all sorts of, I'm just reading, I'm sorry. So every month you get a coupon you could use. Okay. Now I'll show you, because like I said, it fell to the floor because I thought, that's strange. I always pay the extra to get the printed ones, especially if there's wool, because I'm scared that if I get the PDF, even if I put it on 100%, is it still going to all match up and be okay? So this one is Crimson Blooms. Isn't it beautiful? So you get this pattern, a PDF, free if you spend the $50. You get the coupons. They donate $10 to the charity. And you get all of these for free as a PDF. Now, if you want to spend extra, they'll print them all out. And I mean, it's quite a few pages. So, like, because it's all of the, to cut the wool out, the pattern. Oh, my dear. Okay, this is Festive Poinsettias, or poinsettias, depending on where you live, I guess. This one, I got the kit. I just bought one, and I picked did I pick the red one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably picked the red one. But I have other wool that I could make more of these. I think they're really pretty. So, there's a car going very, very slowly past my house. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, then this one is the quilt. I showed you the kit that I bought. This is called Vintage Christmas. The pattern was free. These were all free patterns, PDF. So, then this is Gathered Round. This is what, this is the thread kit that I got. And it says, it's not what's under the tree that matters, it's who's gathered around it. And I thought, you know, I would like to make this for all of my kids next year. So, I'd have to get more. I got one kit. Now, you don't get this for free. The kits I bought. I always buy the kit if I like the project. And so this is wool, and then this is cotton. The background is cotton. So you also can buy the frame. They have a man there that does the woodworking. So, all right. Thank you for participating in our Primitive Christmas event. Oh, here it is. Their charity was Missions of Honor. It says it's a standalone organization formed in the image Old Glory Honor Flight. That's why I thought it was still called Honor Flight. Proceeds will go toward the Freedom to Liberty Retreat, a mission of healing. The retreat addresses mental health. Candy, did you hear that? Mental health challenges faced by the veterans of the global war on terrorism, America's longest war. Participating veterans attend a 3-night retreat in New York, which includes visits to the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, the Statue of Liberty, the Freedom Tower, and special guest appearances. That's very cool. Okay. Anyway, so those had fallen to the floor. So I did want to say, I did get my stuff. It just was under the chair. All right. I also ordered from Count on Linens. Now, I've shown her things before. I will link her below. Here is her information. Here's the title. Her title. It's the name of her shop, Count on Linens. Here is her information. She has a floss tube right here. It's called Count on Linens. And an Etsy shop. That's where I order from her. And it's called Count on Linens. So she's in Utah. I think she does a wonderful job. When you get your packages, they're each individually wrapped like this, which I think is super cute. I'm going to show you. I ordered 3. So if you're wearing headphones, if you'll just... I wanted to leave this one so you can see that she does this. So these are actually kits. So she doesn't make the project bag for you. It doesn't come with a pattern. She just gives you all the materials to make it. So here's one of them, and I'll take one out and show you what's in it. But I have these 2, which I think... Are these Liberty fabrics? I can't remember. And then this one, I can't remember if it's Threads of Grace or if it's, Melissa Gilbert's Prairie something line. I'm not sure. but she has lots on her, well, she used to, at her Etsy shop. And again, I will link it below. These are wrapped in those really crinkly bags. So I am going to pause this so I can open it. Okay, so it comes like this. I took it out of the bag. Beautifully packaged. You get the batting interfacing that you need. You receive the fabrics, and these are all to make. She showed how to make them with a little ruffle on the top, and she says that she uses, she's always used, what's her name? Hold on. Gosh. Elizabeth Ann Could Stitch. She's always used her tutorial to make bags, because she said she doesn't put instructions because there are so many YouTube videos on how to make project bags. So you get, but she's added this ruffle, like, well, it's not ruffled, it's pleated, like a pleated ruffle along the top. And I can't wait to make one. I'm so excited. So you get the fabrics then as well. And she did post how she did the pleated part. You get a wonderful zipper, double zipper. And she always includes a charm. And so this is a Lori Holt charm to go on the my husband's looking in the window. Did we only get 2 eggs?
This was on the outside.
Oh, I knew they were laying somewhere. Okay, sorry. So you get all of that in the package. Now, you do have to make your own bag, but, I mean, it's not difficult to make a bag. So, well, I mean, if you know how to sew, I guess that was kind of a blanket statement. Hold on. I'm going to put this back in the crinkly bag, and I don't want anybody's earbuds to hurt. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is things I ordered from 123 Stitch, and it's when they were having their Black Friday sale. I purchased some 40 count green, and I know it's 40, and you're thinking, what? But I started my Christmas trees by Hello from Liz Matthews, the 12 Days of Christmas, and I want them to be different shades of green. And I started it on 40 count. So I want them all to be the same size-ish. So I just ordered another. This one is Weeks Dye Works. You know, I never knew how to say this. Is it kudzu? I'm assuming. So I did get that to go in that package. This was on sale. This is called Sampler Trio by Erica Michaels. I thought those were so cute, and I thought those would be great for next year. I love this flag right here behind the house. So those are very cute. This one is Song of Solomon, and this is Heart and Hand. I found the one whom my soul loves. That's really cute. Oh, I like this. Isn't this cute? Happily Ever After. That would be something cute to give someone who is just married. This is Erin Elizabeth, American Flag. I thought this one would be great for next year. It's small. This is the one that I think I ordered these for. They're dinky dyes. This one is It Is Well, Monticello or Monticello. I don't know how, but it looks like Monticello stitches. I love this hem. It was on sale as well, and so I couldn't remember if I had it, and so I went ahead and bought it. If I have it, I'll do a giveaway. This is Running with Needles and Scissors, HW 1852. Again, it was on sale, and I really liked it. not a big Adam and Eve on samplers. They always look a little weird to me. This one says, and this is the reason I bought it, another hymn that I really like. Great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, new memories I see, mercies I see, memories, mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. I love this. Absolutely love this. So I wish I had had this when I went to the Tinsmith's Wife yesterday. I did a lot of kidding. I'll talk about in a second. This one is Hannah Hartley Cowgill, 1835 by the Scarlet House. So this one is super cute. I love the blue on here. And look, Liz, swans. I love a swan. Her, not so much. I love this little church over here as well. It's really, really cute. Okay, so those... Oh, and hold on. I also... These are my favorite scissors. They're not expensive at all, but I really do like them. Maybe if I showed you the... I thought I was getting this sharp point. Are those the sharp ones? Yeah, I think so. Some of them have a wider tip, but these can get right up next to your linen, so I like those. Those are a good alternative when you are traveling. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Okay, let's... Present goes there. Then, somebody was just at our house. I don't know who it was. 1 second, please. I went to the Tinsmith's Wife yesterday. Your birthday week, you get, I think it's like a week after your birthday, you have, and you to come in and shop, and it's 15% off everything that you buy. I mean, there are some exclusions like the bag I bought, but everything else was 15% off. So I bought these little, this is the brand. The Tinsmith's Wife has yarn for knitting, crocheting. They also have a lot of needlepoint canvases and threads and embellishments, and then they have a lot of cross stitch as well. So this is called Cocoa Knits. So I bought this tray, this little round one, and this one right here. But the cool thing about them is that it's magnetic. So when you have all your, like if you go somewhere to a retreat or even next to my chair, I don't have to worry about the things sliding around or anything because they're all, and I can put all my tools in here and I don't have to worry about anything sliding. I thought that was very, very cool. So that's one thing I got. I did purchase for finishing. Oh, I better show that later because it's holding up my stuff. Hold on. Let me pull this out. I did not, I'm trying not to buy charts unless it's something that just really, really speaks to me because I have a lot of things kitted already. And then I have numerous things, charts, just charts by themselves. And so my goal next year is to, which my mom was not impressed with my goal, and I don't know why, but is to, I'm trying to see if I got everything out of here, is to limit myself to 25 charts at the most, which is a lot because it's the 250th anniversary, but I plan on not buying that many at all because I have so many that I love already that I just, all I did was I spent my money on the threads then and got 15% off. So isn't that great? So I kitted up. I already had these charts. These charts I already owed. My husband's favorite book in the Bible is Proverbs in the Old Testament. And so these are super cute little Proverbs. It's called 3 Little Proverbs. And I would like to stitch these for him. So I went ahead and kitted them up yesterday with the overdyed. I pulled anything that I had and then I supplemented. So I didn't buy all these, but then this is Helen Dudgeon, I don't know. It's super cute. I love this little house right here. And this kind of Adam and Eve, I'm all for. I may stick this Adam and Eve in everywhere. I mean, they're proportional. They don't look like blobs. They're not Pepto-Bismol pink. And if you like that kind of thing, that's great. But it's just not for me. This is from Samplers Remembered. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yes, Samplers Remembered. I do want to start this one this year. So I just picked up, I think these are the two that I didn't have, and I picked them up yesterday. I picked this up when we were at the retreat at the Silver Needle, and this is the Sampler Company, and this one is called A Sampler Story. And I have an idea on how to do this. I just have to do the math and figure it out, but we'll see how it goes. But this I got at Hobby Lobby. I just went and picked up the DMC yesterday at Hobby Lobby, so I guess that's my Hobby Lobby haul. Then this one didn't have a... This is Sarah Ann Wentz by Needlework Press. And I love the colors on this. I like the blue. So I picked up any of the missing classic colorworks that I did not already own. So these are the colors that will be in the sampler. Whoops, I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. It's hard to see the blues, they're stuck inside. So I picked up a few for that one. Then this, I try not to schedule my stitching as far as like, you know, on this day I'm going to stitch this, and on you know, Mondays I'm going to stitch this, and on the 25th I'm going to stitch Christmas. I don't like to do that because, like I said, my whole work life is very scheduled and regimented, and when I sit down and I have time to stitch, I want to just say, what do I want to stitch today? But this is one that I really want to do one a month is my goal. And this is, and I was so excited when I found this I bought this when I was in Oklahoma, not at the Silver Needle, but at, where did I go? In Wayne, Oklahoma. Hold on. Sweetest lady. She's the owner. Fiddle-dee-dee. I can't think of it. I'll put it right here. Talked about it last time. I'm going to move this clear part. I love that it's spiral bound. Anyway, so I found this and I was all excited. And so when I got to, where is the Silver Needle in Oklahoma? Is it in Oklahoma City? I don't think it is. Anyway, when I got there, I showed Liz and I was like, we should do one a month and whatever. And she goes, oh, I already have them. Apparently they were free releases at some point, and she downloaded them each time or whatever. Well, I got the book. So now I'm going to do one. My goal is to do one each month. I just love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I just absolutely love it. So I am going to start this, and I have to pick out, you know, the linen that I'm going to use, but this is definitely, it may be my New Year's Day start. So, and I just got, this is what I need for the first month. I haven't even looked at any of the other months. So, you know, let's start off slow. Don't want to burn out there. The next one is Betsy's Stockings by Plum Street Samplers. And I've had this forever. And I thought, you know, what better year to do these stockings but now. So this one, I just picked up any of the missing overdyes that I needed. Now, I bought the ones that are called for, but when I start stitching, if I don't like them, I'll change them out. But I like to have the called for to begin with, because then I don't have to make any decisions right at that point. Then this is actually a Hobby Lobby haul as well. I have the 12 Days of Christmas. And, you know, I'm thinking, well, maybe I could do one of these every month. How am I going to get all this other stuff done, Jennifer? But this one, I'm not going to, you know, I'll try, but I may not. I love the 12 Days of Christmas. I love it. I have, I think it's Erica Michaels that has the 12 Days of Christmas berries that I've started. I have Hello from Liz Matthews, 12 Days of Christmas trees. And then I love Jim Shore and the 12 Days of Christmas. So I thought these would be great. Now I'm going to stitch these on perforated paper. I'm not going to do them on linen because I want to hang them on a garland. And so I would like to make them into like a hard finish. So I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Okay. Anyway, so I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought all the called for flosses, which are a little crazy. But if I don't like them, like I said, I'll just switch them out later. So that is also kitted up. Then, oh, hold on one second. Okay, so then I was there probably at the Tinsmith's Wife a good 3 hours or so because I was doing color conversion. So I pulled all that floss. That was pretty easy. But then, so for example, this, oh, I can't wait to start this one. Quaker's Hometown. And I'm not going to attempt any of this, but I purchased this at Colorado Cross Stitcher, and I will link her shop below as well. I love this. Isn't it beautiful? I love how it's like a street. So these are going this way, but they're not, it's not like it's symmetrical, but it feels symmetrical. And I love the alphabet going through it. I love everything about this. So I haven't picked linen or anything, but I do want to start this. I may start this after Christmas, like this year. And so it is called for Soie d'Alger. And so I converted all of these charts to 103s. And so that's what I was doing for so long. I pulled the call for flosses and then I took them over to the 103s and pulled out tray by tray looking for one that matched. Or if I didn't like the color, I may have changed it some as well, like the shading of it. These, yeah, I can't. I'm going to put some pictures in of, I took a picture with the called for floss, and then like this one I don't have to because it's just 3. It's just 3 flosses. So I know which ones are which. But for the other ones, I took a picture of like the NPI because the others are all NPIs that I converted next to the 103. So I could see the numbers next to each other so I can copy them down. So while I'm talking, I should have been showing you just some pictures of me doing that. So this is the Baltimore album quilt. I really think this year I'm going to construct a quilt for myself that looks similar to this. I have Baltimore album patterns. I have Baltimore album pictures, and I can draw it out myself. It's not a big deal. And so I think I'm going to create this. I need to ask her if that's okay. If it's just for me and I'm not selling it or giving the chart away, I think it would be okay. But anyway, so I would like to create something like this as a quilt as well this year, but we'll see. I love to do applique. That's one of the things that I plan on doing some tutorials on because it's very fun. If you like handwork, then you're going to really like this. Another one I converted from NPI to 103s is the stocking. And I think it's really, really sweet. So, I just, I know this is like an old-fashioned kind of thing, but I think I may take that part off and round it just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that or not. This one I definitely want to start. I converted this. This is 7 Days of Creation. I love words. Love the Bible. It's just a merriment of it's just, anyway, Plum Street Samplers. Jennifer, just hush and just show. I converted this from NPI to 103s. So I'm very excited to do this one. And the stag sitting here. And this Adam and Eve is really cute. If you can, I don't know if you can see, she's got this little dress on. I'm sure it's supposed to be fig leaves, but it looks like a little green dress. And I love, there is a chart out there that's out of print that has this like at the top. It's hanging at the attic and it's out of print. And I can't remember what it's called. Midnight something is the designer or something. I would love to stitch that sampler, but I can't find the chart anywhere. So that's what all of these are. So I bought all these. This is for all the conversions for all of those charts. So I need to get those separated soon so I don't forget which one's which. Then these, I kitted up the Uffendale sisters to 103s. So I did a conversion and I have both of them in here. Now I just have to get them separated. I do have Isabella here with me. The other is in the back. So I waited so long to get these charts because when I came to cross stitch, they were already out of print because it was like a special run where one was in the front, one was in the back. And Nicola was not planning on releasing them. And then I found out at the first time I went to the Silver Needle, which was, I don't know how many years ago, Kitten Stitcher was there, Teresa Vanette, and I was talking about these samplers to her and how they came out before I came to cross stitching. And she said, oh, you know, Nicola is thinking about she may go ahead and release them. I was so excited because you couldn't get them unless, you know, you wanted to pay $500 or something crazy. So then that's part of what I bought. And then I am, I joined 2 Jingle Ball classes. One are the pairs by Annie Bees. I gotta check the time, speaking of. One of them is the pairs by Annie Bees. The other one is Stacy Nash's Little Mouse. And I don't know if I'll actually even watch either of the videos. I won't watch them today because I'm too busy. But I know you can go back and watch them for 30 days. I didn't do that last year but it's fine. So I wanted to get some red so I would have enough for the pairs, like to be able to have some of it in linen. I don't know if that makes sense. Part of the pairs in linen. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I plan on sending these to Jan Calvert to finish if she'll take them. So I guess I really don't even need to watch the videos, but I thought I would. But isn't this beautiful? This is Weeks Dye Works Aztec Red. And I thought they're going to be really pretty on them. So I did a 40 count. Just because they didn't have a 46 count. Well, they didn't have a 56 count either. This was the highest count red that they had. So I grabbed it and I'm going to stitch them on here. So obviously it's not like I was going to watch it today and do it today, but I should watch it at some point just to see. And then Wendy got painter's threads in, which are the overdyed 103s. So I got some of those. So this one is Kandinsky. So I don't know if you'll be able to, oh, you can kind of see the, oh, there we go. The overdyed. So I have this one. This one is called Chagall. Frida. And I may have some of these red ones because we got some at Arizona. Frederick. This one's a pretty fall-looking colors to me. Cezanne. I wonder if these are all artists. Because Frida, I know, is one. I'm not very good at artists. Like, I don't know a lot about art. Okay. Then I also, she had one of these bags, and you've got to see this. Look at this. So it's like a huge folio, and it has, I can't think of his name. You know, this wallpaper that he designed. Oh my gosh, Jennifer. I can't. I'll put it here because I'll think about it as soon as I shut this off, or I may think about it in a couple of minutes. So when you open this, it looks like this. It's huge. You see how big it is? And then on this side, there's this pocket, and then it has two zipper pouches that are separated. Then on this side, it has the pouch here. Then it has a removable project bag. And then it has the zipper here. One big zipper. So this, I thought would be great to hold all my patriotic stitching next year, maybe. Or I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I know it's going to hold multiple projects in there. Okay. Now, oh, here, this was holding that bag up. So I also got this tray. It's red, of course. And I thought this would be beautiful to finish something in. Just not sure what, but I also purchased that. Okay. Now, all I have left is I was going to show you a few of my, well, 3 of my birthday gifts. My mother gave me, I love Santa. I love vintage Santa Clauses. And I love things that nest. I love the Russian nesting dolls. I have them. I have like 3 sets of them, I think. And they're all with around my house. So, aren't those cute? Then she put my birthday money in the little box at the top, which I used to purchase some of my stuff. So I love these. I love these a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go get Kelsey's gift to me. Okay, so there's a lady that comes. We have an arts and crafts fair opening weekend of hunting season every year. It's the first weekend in November. And so we have this, it's on the square in town. And we have lots of people that show up, like from other places. And there's one lady, and her business is Zoka Joe's, ZOKAJO''S. And she's a salvage artist. So she takes things that she finds and she makes bots. And I know Colorado Cross Stitcher, she sells the little bots that are made that have the, well, the ones that I bought from her, have the vintage letter blocks, which I need one more E to spell my name, my last name. But she hasn't had any E's or bots lately. Anyway, this lady makes things like that. But I have to show you the one that Kelsey got me for my birthday. I am so excited. I saw it and I really wanted it. So it's huge though. So hold on. I love elephants. They're my favorite animal as well. So here is the head. See, it's a teapot. And then its legs are like salvaged off of some kind of table or something. But, and here's its little tail, which is a flattened spoon. But I love, I'm going to have to turn it the other way. The body is like a vintage toy tool chest. Hold on. Isn't it cute? And it actually opens up and you can put things inside of it. So, hold on, I gotta put it down. All right, I'm gonna go put this over there so I don't drop it. Hold on one second. Whoa. Okay, I was able to go outside and get what my husband got me. He also bought me something at the Arts and Crafts Fair. So it's got these little vintage sugar bowl and creamer. And you can put bird seed in here. Or we have a little wren that nests right outside our back door. And I thought she might nest in here. She likes, we have like an old water, like rusty metal. I don't know how old it is, but my grandmother always had it hanging on back out there, and she nests in it every year. And so I'm wondering, I don't know if it's too open this way that she wouldn't nest, but if so, I could still put this dips down and I could put bird seed in there as well. So I need to get that hung up. I may do that today. We'll see. My husband's kind of busy. I'd like him to do it, but then the last thing I want to show you, my friend Liz stitched me. Isn't it so cute? So she charted it because I teach math, and she asked what my favorite math was, and I told her trig. So she Googled some math terminology, and so she stitched it here. It's so super cute, and I wore it, and my kids were quite impressed with it. Hold on one second. Okay, so Wednesday was my birthday, and we go to church on Wednesday night. So my daughter came over and surprised me. She drove in from Kerrville, and my husband had her pick up a cake. So after church was over, I went to the restroom. I came back out, and they had cake, and the lights were out, and the candles were on, and they sang happy birthday to me. And it was a wonderful day. I had the best birthday. I told a little girl in my geometry class that somebody at church asked me what my favorite part of the day was, and I told them it was her, because that day we were learning about the exterior angles theorem in geometry, and one of the little girls asked, well, if the sum of the interior angles is 180 degrees, is there a sum for the exterior angles? And so I was like, yes. And I said, let me show you how we get there. I said, because it's 360 degrees. And so I showed them, and the little girl goes, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I was like, as a teacher, when someone gets excited about your subject, you get really, really happy. So that was a happy birthday memory. The kids made me, my freshman kids, they're so sweet. They made a big sign, like a big paper, and had it across my door. My husband had everybody sign it as well. And so they wrote sweet things on it. It was a wonderful birthday. So perfect. I'm going to try to video every day, like do a Vlogmas from this point on. We'll see how it goes. I'm promising nothing. I thought maybe but I won't post it every day because it will be short. I can't imagine that I would have that much to say. Although I'm quite loquacious, so maybe I could. But I can't edit is the problem. I would have to just do little short videos and then put them together. And you know what else I don't know how to do is, I've Googled it. I just can't figure it out, is how to do like a time lapse, like where you speed it up. And so, and people put music on top. I don't know how to do that either. So maybe at some point I'll learn how. Anyway, I'm going to give it a try. We'll see. Maybe I'll do, like where I just video a little every day and then, post it on the weekend. I think that would work better for me. I had said at one point I wanted to do that anyway. And then you don't have to worry about, remember, what did I do today? Because you've already videoed it. So I also have my yarn advent calendar, but I don't think it's like every day before Christmas. It may be just 12. I don't remember. So I have not opened any of them. And if I'm wrong and there are 24 of them or something, I'll be so excited because I'll open all of them tomorrow when I video. So, and I will video tomorrow. I'll be at my mom's, so I'll have to tell her. So she'll be like, oh, I had to put on makeup. Although I didn't put makeup on for you. So It's fine. You're fine, right? I didn't do anything. I pulled it back a little bit so it's not so crazy, but all right. I think that's it. I hope to decorate. I'm not going to have time today. It would be great if I could decorate tomorrow. It's just like every day next week, I have something after school. And so I'm like, when am I supposed to get all this done? And so I'm a little stressed right now, but we're going to take it down and we're just going to be super happy that I have done what I have, All right, that's all, because I'm just rambling now. All right, until next time, Flosstube, be kind to each other. Bye.